So today we'll go through the topic of RCC frame structure with the building components. This is the last topic of Unit 1. So if we divide the RCC work into two parts, it comes as concrete and steel. Concrete will include the volume of the cement concrete or lime concrete that you are using for construction, and steel will involve the reinforcement steel, the binding of that steel. The binding wires that we use are generally included in the concrete portion or in the steel portion at some percentage value. So these are the important points to note when we do the quantity estimation for RCC work or RCC structure. The quantity of steel is so small that its volume is not deducted from the volume of concrete. The binding wire is not taken as a separate item, but it is included as an item in the RCC work. I hope all of you must have paid attention to this during the REIT analysis. Centering and shuttering is also taken as a separate item, that is per area. Bending and binding of steel is taken as a separate item. Okay. So in your design of RCC structure, you must have studied the various types of steel reinforcements that are present in an RCC frame structure. If you want to calculate the quantities of various types of steel reinforcement, there could be two methods. First method is to calculate the actual value by seeing the detailed drawing, and in case if we don't have the detailed drawing, we can calculate it approximately depending on the assumptions. So these are the various ranges of steel reinforcement per cubic meter of volume for various types of components, that is the various components of a building. So when you use this percentage, you will get percentage in volume. Then by using the density of steel, you have to convert it to the weight of steel that would be used for that particular type of building component. Okay, these are approximate ranges you have to assume in exam depending on the type of structure. You can assume any value within this range, but it needs to be properly mentioned as what you are assuming. The side covers are about 4 to 5 centimeters. The top and bottom covers are approximately 2 centimeters per slab, and for beam it changes. These are the various types of steel reinforcement. At the end we provide hooks. This is the hook in the stirrups. This is the hook in the slab or beam. Okay. These are the types of reinforcement bars and their length calculation. I have taken this image from the book of D.N. Datta. This is a standard hook. This is a straight bar with two hooks on the sides. So the length of this hook is, the circular portion is 4D. So the straight portion is 4D. The circular portion is D, where D is the diameter of the bar. So the total length of one hook becomes 9D. The total length of bar becomes L plus 18D. Okay, where D is the diameter of the bar. So there are types of reinforcement bars. There could be steel bars, there could be bent up bars. So depending on the type of slab that you have or the type of beam you have, you will have the bent ups at different positions in the reinforcement bar. These bent ups could be at the angle of 30 degree, 45 degree or 60 degrees. There could be one bent up bar or there could be two bent up bars at each ends. So because of this bent up, there will be an additional length of this reinforcement. So how to calculate the additional length for the bent up? For one bent up, the additional length is 0.42 d, where d is this depth. Where d is this depth at the reinforcement. Okay. How will you calculate this d depth? D is the vertical distance center to center, which is the total depth of beam minus the top cover and the bottom cover. Okay. And as a thumb rule, it is taken if the angle is 45 degrees 45 degrees angle, it is taken as for two bent ups, the additional length is taken as 1d, 1 vertical distance approximately. So all the summary of all these reinforcement bars can be written in a bar bending schedule. So bar bending schedule is a list of reinforcement bars in a tabular form, giving the particulars of bars, shape of the bending with sketches, length and total length and total weight. From BBS, the requirement of various sizes and length of bar may be known and may be arranged during the construction. So now let us solve an example. This is from the book of B.N. Datta. It is there in the new editions of the books, approximately on the page number 231. So we have to prepare a detailed estimate of RCC roof slab of 3 meter clear span and 6 meter long from the given drawing. RCC work including centering, shuttering and steel reinforcement in detail shall be taken separately, and also we have to prepare the bar bending schedule. So this is the clear span, that is 3 meter clear span. You have to very carefully first of all understand the drawing. This shows there is the 3 meter clear span of this slab. This slab goes into the support at 15 centimeter on both sides. The depth of the slab is 12 centimeter and the reinforcement details are such that the 12 mm dia bars are the main bars that are lying in this direction, and distribution bars are of 6 mm diameter at 18 centimeter center to center. Main bars at 12 centimeter center to center. Here in the plan we can read that the straight bars and bent up bars are alternate. So in the end we will have the straight bars, and in between the straight bars we will have the bent up bars. Okay. The distribution bars are in the central portion at 12 centimeter at 18 centimeter center to center, and in the corners there will be 3 bent up bars here and here at top and bottom. Okay. So now let us calculate the quantities. So first of all, the RCC work, that is very simple. The number will be 1. What is the length and breadth of the slab? The length of the slab is 6 meter plus this 15 centimeter plus 15 centimeter will become 6.3. Similarly, breadth becomes 3.3, and we get the quantity of RCC. Now steel bars. First of all, we will do for the main bars, which is 12 mm dia at 0.89 kg per meter. So first of all we have to pay attention here that we are calculating the lengths of bars. So we have to know the weight of that particular bar per meter length. So how will you calculate that? You know the density of steel, you know the diameter of this particular reinforcement bar, and if you assume that the length is 1 meter, you can clearly calculate what will be the length of 1 meter, what will be the weight of 1 meter length of 12 mm bar. So this is 0.89 kg per meter. This is generally given during the exams. And for the straight bars, if we calculate what these are alternate in numbers, so we can say that these are at the spacing of 24 centimeter center to center. Now let us calculate the total number of these straight bars. So there will be one additional bar plus 6.3 minus the covers on both sides, that is 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter, divided by the spacing, that is 0.24, which gives the number as 27. Okay. what will be the length of the length will be 3.3 minus 2 side covers, okay, plus 2 hooks, that will be 3.3 minus 0.08 plus 18 into the diameter of bar, which gives us 3.44. Next, the bent up bars, of course they are at 24 centimeters spacing. 6.3 minus 0.08 upon 24 gives us 26. One additional length will come as the depth, that is 8 centimeter. How did we get this 8 centimeter? 8 centimeter is 12 centimeter of depth of this slab minus the cover of 2 centimeter and 2 centimeter from both sides, which gives us 8 centimeter. So 3.44 plus 8 centimeter gives us 3.52 meter, and in total we get this total weight of the steel bars of 12 mm dia. Now we will calculate the distribution bars of 6 mm dia. The weight of 6 mm dia is 0.22 kg per meter. So first of all we will calculate for the bottom central portion, which is at the spacing of 18 centimeter center to center. So the numbers will be 2 meter, this is the 2 meter length, 2 meter upon 0.18 plus 1, this gives us 12. This is the total number, and the length will be 6.3 minus the covers plus the length of the hooks, okay, that gives us 6.33 here. Bottom bars is 2 sides here and here, it becomes 2 into 3. Similarly top sides, top bar 2 sides 2 into 3, the length will be same as the other bars at the central portion. Then we get this total weight. To multiply it with the weight per running meter per meter, we get the total weight of 6 mm dia bars. So this is how we calculate the weights using the drawing, weight of steel that will be used, and then we can calculate. This is the abstract sheet which shows the concrete. They've assumed some amount, the value of this rate, and then we found out this estimate. Similarly for steel we found out, then adding the contingencies and other charges, we get the total. Now how do we make the bar bending schedule? So bar bending schedule, the table, first column gives us the description of bars, which tells us if it is a main bar, which tells the diameter, main bar if it is straight bar or a bent up bar, bottom distribution bars of what dia, then top distribution bars of what dia. Shape of bending, this is straight, so just the hooks and the straight bar. It's a bent up bar, then again these are the straight bars. Length of each, then total number, and the total length, it gives the total weight also. So this is how a schedule of bar is made for RCC slab. Similarly, schedule of bar can be made for schedule of bar or bar bending schedule, we can call whatever, can be made for other RCC components like column, slab, column with footing. So all these I will not go in depth because this is not included in your syllabus, but I will quickly skim through how these drawings are and how do you read the drawings. So these are drawings from B.M. Datta book. So you have to first of all read. This is for a rectangular beam. This is quite similar to how we do for RCC slab, so it is easier for you how to do. Similarly, you have to calculate the various lengths. For RCC column footing also, you have to first calculate the quantity of concrete in both footing and column, and if we want the beam portion also you have to include. Then the steel portion, there will be straight bars, there will be stirrups on both sides for concrete. Okay, Similarly, for RCC staircase also we have to calculate. So these are the various components, and this ends our unit number 1. I ask all of you to go through the example given in the book of B.N. Datta or from the slides that I have shown to you. Practice the bar bending schedule. You have to basically be clear on how to calculate the lengths. You should be very clear on how to calculate the lengths of various types of steel reinforcements. I'm sure you all have gone through the same thing in your design of steel structure, so it should be very easy for you to understand this. Okay, thank you.